Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so happy you found me. I have a fall craft for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to make this beautiful trio of pumpkins for fall. I had a lot of fun pulling all the different papers together to make this craft. Let me show you how to make it. For today's craft, you're going to need a package of the Crafter Square wood planks. They come in a package of 6. You will only need 3. And these are 7.1 inches by 2.8 inches. They are located in the Crafter Square section. You're also going to need 1 large craft stick that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. Now on one slat, you're going to need to cut that in half or thirds. Now I have this left over from a previous project. The best way to cut these in half is to use your utility knife and a ruler. And you can score over it several times on one side, turn it over and do the same thing on the other until it gets loose enough that you can just snap the two apart, and then you just take the end where you cut it and sandpaper it. So you'll need 3 pieces and a craft stick for our project today. You're also going to need some fall decorative paper. Now I was really surprised when I went through my stash. I didn't have anything for fall. Out of all the stacks and books of paper I have, nothing for fall. So I had to run to Hobby Lobby, and of course this is all that I went for. This is not all that I came home with. But they have several different patterns to choose from, and these are the smaller sheets of paper, and they were 59 cents each. So I picked out 3 that went together very well. Now each paper is going to cover one of these. So that's how I'm going to lay them out. And then you just need to decide, if it's got a specific pattern, what you want to show, if it matters to you. If not, you just want to trace out the size and then cut them out. I have all my paper cut to fit my planks. Next, you're going to want to take one of the large craft sticks, a good pair of scissors, and you want to cut it into 3 pieces. And vary the length and size of the pieces, just like that. I have some burnt umber out here on my palette, and I have my craft stick that I cut up and my 3 pieces of wood plank. I'm going to start here painting these. You want to get a good coat on both sides of these. So I'll let those dry, and then I'll flip them over and put another coat on the other side. And now for these, I want to stain the back, and I want to get the sides here. I'm not going to do the side where I'm going to put the paper, but I want the sides and the back to be finished. I will go right around the edge to make sure that none of that light color wood shows. To do that, I'm just going to add some water and thin out my paint. Put a little water in there. Just make sure you get the 2 mixed together good. So get a good coat on there. You'll need some paper towel, and then just wipe off any excess. So you want to do the back, all the little ends, and then just kind of right around the edge to make sure that none of that light wood shows, just like that. You want to do this to all 3 pieces. and then let them fully dry before we move on to the next section. Now, doesn't that look beautiful? It brings out the wood grain and makes it look so high-end. You're also going to need one of the Harvest DIY words. They come in a package of 6. I absolutely love this package. It has given me so many ideas for DIYs. The one that we're going to be using today is Hello Autumn. Now here in the area where I had my dark brown paint, I'm going to add some pumpkin orange. I don't want it to be this bright. I want it to be a kind of a darker, a little bit more rustic orange so that it matches the paper better. So I'm going to add my orange and then mix it with the darker paint until I get the color that I'm looking for. I like that much better. It's not so bright. I think that will be very pretty. So I'm going to put one good coat here on my Hello Autumn. Absolutely love that color. All my planks are nice and dry. I'm ready to attach my paper. And I'm going to be using just the matte Mod Podge. I'm only going to be putting this on the underneath, so it doesn't matter if you use matte or if you use gloss. You want to make sure that you get one really even, good coat all over the wood. Now the wood will start to absorb some of the glue, so you need to make sure that you have enough on there. Otherwise you'll have a hard time with some adhesion in certain areas. Make sure you get your Mod Podge all the way to the edges, and that it's nice and even. And then do your best to line it up and lay down your paper. You'll have just a second to adjust if you need to slide it into position. This little scraper tool that I picked up from Dollar Tree works really well to help you remove any air bubbles. Just start from the center and pull outward. Don't push too hard. You don't want to tear your paper. Now you can use all different kinds of paper. I have even used wrapping paper for this. But the thinner the paper, the more gentle you have to be, and the higher chance that you might end up with air bubbles. But this craft paper that you can either get in the books or that you can pick up from Hobby Lobby or Michael's is really good. It usually, I don't have any issues of it developing any bubbles. I'm going to let that completely dry, and then once it's dry we can clean up any edges with some sandpaper to give it a really nice crisp look. I'm going to do the same thing to the other two and get my paper attached. Now my paper is nice and dry. You'll need a sanding block or a piece of sandpaper. Now to clean up the edges, you want to start by going straight down all the way around. If you have any hangover of paper, this will bring it down. Once you've done that, to remove any excess paper, then you can go back and forth. If you start off by going back and forth, you have a good chance of tearing your paper. So go all the way around each piece, whether there's a hang off or not, going down to clean it up. And then go back and forth And then that gives you a really beautiful, clean edge all the way around on your piece. So I have all 3 of my pieces nice and cleaned up. And now we're going to go ahead and add these as our stems. Now, of course, you want to glue, if it has a round end on it down, you want the flat end to come up. And then you just need to decide how tall or short you want your stem. Now we are going to be adding a little twine bow up there, so keep that in mind. You need to make sure your stem's long enough that you still see it once you add the little twine bow. But I like that. I think that looks really cute. And we're just going to attach that on the back with glue. And I'm going to do a combination of the wood glue and hot glue. For your convenience, in the description box below is a detailed list of all the tools and materials I used to make this trio of pumpkins. Add your stem to your 3 pumpkins. I have all my stems attached. Now these 2 pumpkins are the ones that I want to have up front, and they're going to be flush with each other like this, so I'm going to attach them on the back. I cut a piece of the craft stick so it will fit there to help give it support. But first I'm going to add a little bit of the wood glue. I don't want to use too much, but I do want to have a seal in between the 2 of them. I'll wipe off anything excess with my finger. Put them together. Just a little bit more. And a little bit of hot glue. Just like that. Now I have my 2 pumpkins for the front secured together. I'm really happy. They're nice and sturdy. Now our 3rd pumpkin is going to go in the back here. And you just need to decide how tall and where you want it. I kind of want it in the middle, like that. So here on the back, once you decide the placement, you just want to draw a line so that you know how high you want to glue your 3rd pumpkin. And then to help this glue down, because this is lifted, you need to add a couple more popsicle sticks. So I'm going to glue one down here and one here. And I'm going to start them right here at the line where I marked where I'm going to glue this down. Then my 3rd pumpkin will glue to these popsicle sticks, and then it'll be nice and secure in the back. That'll also give a little space between the 2 pumpkins in the front and the pumpkin in the back. And I'm going to do the wood glue and hot glue just like I did before. Okay, now that's ready to glue on our 3rd pumpkin. He's going to go on just like that. The base of him is going to be right at the line. Now you can take your hot glue gun and go in and fill in any area that you see there's a space. It's a little open space on either side here. Oh, I think that looks so festive. I'm really happy with the results so far. So I made a couple little twine bows. They're very basic, just like you would tie a bow on your shoelace. So I made one small one for each of the pumpkins, and I'm just going to glue them right here at the top, at the base of their stem. I love it. I think that looks so adorable. So my Hello Autumn has dried, and I placed it here on the front, and I do like the color. I think it goes well with it, but it doesn't have enough pop for me. So I decided I'm going to do a little dry brushing with the burnt umber to get it a little bit darker and make it pop a little bit more off our pumpkins. Now I have my handy dandy little chip brush here that I picked up from Dollar Tree. This is my favorite brush to use. And you only need a very small amount. Just dab in, dab off any excess. And you want to go in the same direction, either go across or go up and down. I think I'm going to go up and down and just gently drag back and forth. It'll add a small amount at a time, and then you can just keep adding until you're happy with the design and how much is on there. Now I like that much better. Now you're going to need a couple of these small craft blocks that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. You want to glue one down in each corner. I used a combination of the wood glue and hot glue. That's what's going to stand up our cute little design. Now once this is fully dry and set up, I can go back and stain these pieces to match the back if I need to. But I think that looks absolutely adorable. And the final item that we're going to add is our little Hello Autumn. You just need to decide where you'd like to place it. And again, I'm going to use a little bit of the hot glue and some of the wood glue. And there you go, we are all done. I'm really happy with the end result. I think all the colors of the paper go very well together. Now the finished product is a nice size. It's about 5 3/4 inches wide, and it is about 9.5 inches tall. Now I really do like it. Adding those popsicle sticks gives it a little bit more dimension than just gluing them all together. And the two little blocks on the back work very well at having it stand on its own. Now this beautiful little pumpkin trio would be great as a decor piece on your mantle, maybe your kitchen island, a corner in your kitchen, side table. You can pretty much put this anywhere because it's the perfect size. This is also an extremely budget-friendly craft. Even going to Hobby Lobby and picking up the paper, this only costs you about $4 or $5 to make. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. You have a great day, and I will see you next time.